When 19-year-old George Lawlor wrote a blog for his university's student news website 4 weeks ago, he wasn't expecting to start a national debate.
In fact, a worldwide debate. George wrote about how he found it offensive to be invited to a sexual consent workshop, and he's since faced a fierce backlash, resulting in him being driven out of lectures and bars, being called a rapist and fearing for his future. George is here now, along with journalist Martin Daubney, who's been a very keen supporter of him. So, good morning, George. It's a second-year Warwick University student, currently studying politics and sociology. What happened?
Well, I was invited to a consent workshop and I found it offensive that at my age, 19, I need to be taught how to treat other people. So I wrote about it.
You're a keen writer, you love writing, and this was in the university's online paper.
It was, yeah.
The tab.
And I write things like this all the time. It just so happens that this is the one that blew up. And I think it's because it was on a rather controversial topic.
And you posted the picture as well, and I think that in itself prompted quite a bit of anger. This is not what a rapist looks like. Because there are lots of people saying, well, the trouble is, no matter what age you are or who you are, there is no knowledge of knowing, maybe after a few drinks, how you will behave and what you will look like. Nobody can know what a rapist looks like.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I can't tell what a rapist looks like. If I could, I think, you know, it would be a rather impressive skill. But I think what the picture meant was that I, as an individual, I, as George Lawlor, don't look like a rapist. Not I, as a white, university-educated man, don't look like a rapist. Because, of course, you know, anybody has the potential to do that kind of thing.
And I mean, you could never have predicted the response that this was going to get. And has it surprised you how people have reacted?
I knew there would be some kind of backlash at Warwick, at least, at my university, but I didn't know it would go as big.
And why did you expect it? Because, I mean, you're allowed to have an opinion. I mean, I think a lot of people would say they could understand, I mean, take the picture aside, but with just the article, that they could understand that you may not want to go to this, and you're within your own right not to go, and you can have your own reasons. And you'd have thought that within a university of people, very intelligent people that are, you know, free speech and all that, I would have thought that that would be the perfect environment to be able to express your views.
Traditionally, I think, in theory, university is supposed to be this place where ideas are supposed to be freely exchanged, but I think nowadays you're seeing an increasing trend where people are a bit worried to say what they think, because at the moment it seems as if there's a choice between being bullied and speaking your mind, and throw the media and the press in with that as well. It's a choice between speaking your mind and being able to afford to eat in the future, which is one of my concerns.
Martin, you've been with George for the last few days. You've written many articles about this, and I know it's something you feel extremely strongly about, particularly sort of boys of his age at university and how that whole environment treats these men.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you've come on today, because we can see the real George now. He's a lovely, eloquent, you know, erudite, well-brought-up, decent young man. You know, nothing like how he's been portrayed on the internet, how he's been mercilessly trolled. You know, and there are lots of other beautiful young men like George at university who may want to go to university. This kind of thing, I think, puts them off. I think we are living in a time where university campuses feel increasingly sort of prohibitive towards young men. You know, I see this a lot in America. We're inheriting this kind of culture of intolerance, and sexual violence and rape is a very, very deadly, serious issue. We all know that. Nobody is belittling that.
No.
But George has become the victim du jour. The offending machine needs a fresh victim every day, and this poor young man has been thrown into that machine.
See, the thing is, I can understand, and there's nothing annoys me more, and I've said it a number of times here, nothing annoys me more than the professionally outraged.
Yeah.
They drive me mad, constantly looking for something to be outraged about. And what that does, it means you have to be very careful about every opinion that you may have. But as Holly pointed out, this is university. It's supposed to be the hotbed of wide minds, big thinking. Let's be controversial. I'm going to say something controversial.
Yeah.
All the greatest moments in history, many of them have come out of wide thought at university.
Yeah, but we live in a time now, as you're, you know, human sort of, you know, evidence of, where intolerance is the new religion. You know, if you agree with the gender political, you know, mentality on campus, then you're safe. If you step out of line, you're unsafe. You know, Sir Tim Hunt had his career wrecked, you know, when he talks about women in science. You know, from Nobel laureates to undergraduates, it's a dangerous place to be a white, heterosexual man if you speak your mind. And I think that's desperately sad.